Welcome back, guys, to the Bros Films channel, and today I'm going to be playing with the KI-43 Oscar, and this Japanese plane was, I think it was the Japanese plane that scored the most ally kills. So yeah, this is a pretty good plane. It's also very cheap for its gold, so it's very effective for its gold price. And so if you like watch advertisements or pay money and you have extra gold, this is a plane to definitely get, because this plane is, I mean, it's pretty good for its gold value. It has 7.7 millimeter armament, but it can be upgraded like 12 point something. So it's almost like, yeah, 12.7 millimeter. You can upgrade it to that, and also give it two 60-kilogram bombs. And there's the upgrades for it. You can upgrade its engine. And this plane, it's a good climber, and it can also be very effective in the turn fight. However, it is very fragile. But the camo on this thing is very good. Like, when flying at low altitudes, it'll be very hard for your enemy to see you. The only way they'll be able to see you is if you, like, belly side up, or they'll see your zero markings. So I'm going to hop into a realistic battle, and we'll see what we can get done with this. So I hop into a realistic battle here, and I am playing on this very large map. There's Rabaul, and then you got to fly to the home carrier, and then you get to the American base. And this is a very long map. This is probably for like big games and stuff, or if you're gonna have a lot of people in. But fuel is definitely a problem here. Your fuel will last 20 minutes if it's on 100%, which I definitely put it on for this map. And I still ran out of fuel like twice. I was trying to get good footage, and I had a lot of trouble with it because I was versing Corsairs. And apparently that's the plane I've been having trouble with in the climb, because it climbed so well. But then eventually I learned to climb higher than him before I engaged, and then fought, and then it worked out a little bit better for me. However, I'd run out of fuel and stall, and he'd get me. But then the second time I did that, I got a couple of hits on him, and he didn't score any on me, and then he left the game. So I'd say that I'd count that as a victory for me against the Corsair, because it was definitely not easy. If you know how to use the Corsair well, then you're not going to fail. So in the comments of the last video, someone asked me if I was going to be using a P-47 or some type of Hellcat. And the answer to that is not at the moment, because I do not have gold for it, but something might happen, so there I will. So maybe I will later. So as you see the back seat, you can look through it. It's a, you can look at your back. There's the speedometer, the thing that measures like your tilt. Then you also have the angle of climb and stuff. And then you have the fuel down at bottom right. Not the very bottom, but a little bit above it, with the meter like 25, and it goes to 0. So yeah, that's the tour of the plane real quick. So if you guys want to know how lucky I am, you're about to see it right now. So I'm tailing this plane right here, and because I'm not really able to hear anything, because when I'm recording it cuts off all the sound, so I'm just telling this guy, thinking nothing's gonna happen, and all of a sudden I look behind me to see about that guy who was behind me earlier, and I look at that right there. So then this is where we get into that hectic dogfight, and I pull up, and this is where I start scoring hits, but nothing like a kill. And this is pretty strong ammunition. However, it does take a couple good hits to get a kill with it, because it's not a 20 count. It's not like a 7.7. It's a little bit better than a 7.7, but this is still really effective. So this is where I'm like scoring, a good amount of my hits on him, and then like you see how he's climbing a lot higher than me. So I have a good feeling I'm not gonna win this thing. And by now I've already flown like there and back, so like probably 100 kilometers, which is far, and it took me a good while. So now I'm gonna engage in a dogfight, and I'll show you where bad stuff started happening. So I'm doing the thing where he overshoots me, and I pull up and shoot him a bit, and now I'm coming down to get the angle on him. And as I pull up to get the shot, you'll notice that because I've been flying for quite a while, something starts happening. All of a sudden my engine goes quiet, and I start to stall like a lot faster than I usually would. And I'm still at a low altitude, and so I'm like, oh crap, I'm out of fuel. So I look down there, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's at 0. So now I'm gonna try making it to the home carrier, even though I already know I'm dead. I don't want to keep fighting with him because otherwise I'm going to run out of speed eventually and just get killed. And as you can see, he got me. So that's good for him. Rodriguez is the guy who got me. So yeah, if you see him, know he's good. He's really good with the Corsair. So this time I was smarter and I climbed up to like 8,000 altitude. 8,000 feet or meters, whatever it's measured in. And actually, no, I think it was 8,000. It was 8,000, yeah, 8,000 meters. So I was pretty high up, and this time I was able to get behind him, luckily, and he still didn't see me. And I'm like telling him, "You'll see soon." And yeah, he saw me. I couldn't turn sharp enough, unfortunately. My the Oscar does not really do good at high altitudes compared to his plane. You'll notice that when you are at high altitudes, your guy will, your plane will slow down a significant amount. Instead of being at 16, it'll be at 11. And also, it's harder to turn. The plane's not as responsive. It's a lot tougher. So I did manage to get some hits in here, but it wasn't anything super significant because I just wasn't able to line it up. And here, because I don't think he sees me now, I'm trying to just wait for the perfect shot because I don't want to do something that'll mess it up. So I right here just fire like 200 rounds going for the kill. And because this is a really high speed dogfight, I'm like, none of my rounds are hitting him. And you might be like, why aren't you pulling up more to lead more? And I'm like, I can't. This plane will not pull up anymore. Right here is how much I'm pulling up as hard as I can. And then right there, I'm going into a little bit of a stall. But I'm able to pull out, because luckily he's going into the stall too. And he's probably freaking out, like someone's shooting him. But I just can't. He knows he can pull up way farther than me. You'll see it here. I'm just trying to keep up with him, but my plane won't do it. But overall, I mean, it's still a good plane. It's good against the other starting planes, because this is a starting plane. It's 250 gold, so, you know, his is probably like a few thousand. And my G's tolerance is really good in this game. It's like 3 point something. And when my guy starts passing out, I'm like, what's going on? He shouldn't be passing out. I haven't had this like G effect in a while. And that's because you're at high altitudes, pulling like tough turns, probably like 5 to 10 G's. Like in real life, they would be stuck to the like rear of their seat, just trying to stay awake. So yeah, and then we just keep turning with each other, or actually, it's a huge vertical fight. We're not even turning that much. And I'd say I won this because I was the one who scored the most hits in this, even though that he did get the first kill. I'd say I got the second one because he would have got killed eventually. And I do run out of fuel at the end of this. I'll skip past this part because it's not really interesting, and then I'll show you something that did happen that was really interesting. I kind of forgot to mention that there's a reason I took off at Rabaul instead of the home carrier, and that's because the Oscar just does not have a hook. So yeah, good luck landing this thing, and you'll see my attempt to land. And I've only done it once, and I'm out of fuel, so if I overshoot it, there's no way I'm coming back. And I'm trying to slow down as much as I can. I probably should have like spammed my rudder to reduce speed, but you gotta be going really slow. And right now I'm going like 6, which is still pretty fast for a landing. And as you see, my wing hits that, and it was a disaster. Just go back to Rabaul if you can. I should have just tried landing at Rabaul with my no fuel situation. So yeah. So now I'm at Pearl Harbor, and I see this guy taking off, and I'm like, what is he doing? He must be new to the realistic mode. And so I'm just watching him, see what he's going to do instead of bombing the ships. And I'm not going to spawn kill him because I want to see if he can take off. Well, he didn't. Obviously, someone did not watch my tutorial. Just joking. So I just keep watching this guy for a bit. Then I get an idea, because I've only done this once before, and I feel like it would be pretty cool to do it again. And I'm gonna bomb this guy when he spawns. Like I'm gonna drop a bomb on him and see how it looks, see what happens. This should be pretty cool. So right now I'm turning in, hoping he spawns. And I'm hoping he spawns pretty soon. So I start reducing my speed just in case. And then I increase it just to gain some altitude. And then luckily he spawns in just in time. So I come in for the dive, and he's staying still, but he's moving a bit, so I lead on him a bit. And then you see, you don't even have to hit him directly. I hit it like next to him, And this is just a 60-kilogram bomb, and it was still enough to blow up this plane. It just has to land near him. So this is something you can do if you just want to do like a joke as a spawn kill. Like, don't, you know, like, let people take off. Don't, like, spawn kill them all the time. But this guy obviously was going to take off because this was, like, his third time trying. And now I'm trying to, I'm apologizing to him for that. But I really want to do it. And he keeps crashing. So, I try to help him. So, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video with the Oscar. I know the gameplay wasn't super good. You didn't really see any action, like me shooting down other planes. But you did see some, you know, hits on the Corsair. And I know Oscar versus Corsair, I mean, it's a given. The Oscar is most likely not to win unless it's arcade mode, where they usually make more mistakes. And especially if you're going to get it's a good pilot. So I'm just trolling. I'm just like acting like I'm going to go in for a strafe. But I'm really not. I'm not. I mean, probably should have just to show you how powerful the gun is. Looks like he's in a Corsair or P-35. No, it's a Corsair for sure. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and maybe next video I'll see if I can get another plane, because I think I might get sponsored some gold. So maybe you'll see a new plane in the next video. Who knows? I hope that I see a new plane in the next video, because I'm running out of planes to show you guys. For my next one, I was going to do the Kate, but that can always wait. So I'm like, oh yeah, this dude's going to take off, he's going to do it, and then all of a sudden he starts stalling. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know if he was like pulling up too much. So right here, I just do a kamikaze. Well, I tried to. It was a fail. I like do this, and then I decided to pull up and then do a flip into it in third person. Don't fly in third person in realistic mode. It's not easy. It's very tough. So you're coming. And distance looks a lot different. Like, I think I'm like right over it, but I'm obviously not. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is what the plane looked like in real life, in case you were wondering.